Oh, the short course at Royal Queensland is really exciting for me to be back there and have a look at the land out there, because I was originally here in, say, 2005. I spent some time when we were rebuilding the main course the first time, and I can remember the old holes out there. So to go out there, we just went for a good walk out there today, for example, and just seeing the old figs and being back on the river and remembering the old holes, it's really exciting. And to see that bit of land now to be put back to golf, being so overgrown for 15, 20 years, to actually put it back as golf now is really exciting. And the holes are going to be really good because they're holes that are different to the main course in the way that we've changed the direction of a lot of those holes. We were really playing a lot of holes along the river in the old routing when the members used to play it. You sort of played along it. But in the new routing, there's a number of different par threes that play directly towards the river, and that's something the club really doesn't have. So we're sort of excited to see those backdrop of those holes come out of the ground. And the other thing that's really exciting to be down there and looking at is the opportunities for having some sort of pavilion or structure down there for the members. I mean, there's been talk for as long as I've been here about people wanting the clubhouse on the river. Well, this is the opportunity to actually get something down there. It may not be a clubhouse, it may be a smaller pavilion, but in a more casual setting, but it'll be a really nice facility to have something by the river, and it's something that they've always wanted, really. I mean, it's been a real trend throughout the world and in Australia in recent years to build the short courses. And people, when you talk about a short course, think it's going to be a pitch and putt. But it's not that. I mean, you're building a shorter version of some of the holes on the golf course to the same quality. We did the furrows at Kingston Heath, which has been really successful. So, I mean, if we could get those sort of numbers here, that would be amazing. But the setting you've got there, I think, really stands out as a fantastic setting for a short course. So many times when they build their short courses, they're sort of building it really as it might be in a paddock, or for Kingston Heath's example, it was a challenge because it was in an old market garden, didn't have a lot of vegetation. Whereas here, it had already been golf in the past. So you're actually building holes in corridors that have got established trees and you've got the water on the one side. So we were chatting today about it when we were walking around, but how good a setting this is to actually build a short course on it. It's amazing because you've got so many river views and you've got so many of the big figs that Royal Queensland are sort of renowned for, really. So to have that setting to start with, all that canvas, it's great. Yeah, we've incorporated parts of the original design into the short course, particularly sort of some of the wetlands that are along the edge of the river, the tidal wetlands that have been sort of a real feature of the main course now. They were never here originally. They were excavated out and the tides come in, and they've created a really good habitat for birds and fish in those areas, and everyone sort of knows those sort of as you're finishing all your medium holes through the course where you're sort of playing along the edge of the river. But to be able to incorporate those into the new one will be a lot of that. The figs, obviously, I just talked about that before, but having the figs as a framing for a lot of those holes. Some of the features of the short course really that are out on the main course is going to be the fairway links. I mean, there's a lot of fairway links on the main course that sort of link up holes. So when you're actually playing the course, you'll feel like you're on a journey instead of playing 18 separate holes. So there's a number of spots out in the main course and out on the short course where those holes are going to link up. And on the short course, it's given us the ability to play a couple of holes as par fours as well. So there is a routing that has a 7-hole course out there as well that has 3 or 4 par fours in it that use some of those fairway links. So that's an important feature out there as well. But to have the ability to play either 9 par 3 holes or to play some of the short par fours out there is exciting too, because that's not something that's really done that much as a short course. So it gives us a little bit of variety in that instance. The island green down out in the short course really come about from the main course in a way that we always used to play the main course and look down towards the river, look in the salt marsh, look at a tee sort of sitting over the salt marsh and think, oh, that'd be a great hole to play directly across the salt marsh and almost to an island green with the river in the backdrop. And we thought, oh, we'd love to incorporate that out on the short course. And there's an ability where on the short course we're playing from some high ground looking down towards the river. And we thought, well, let's extend the salt marsh all the way out into the golf course and actually create an island green out there. And a short course is a bit of fun. If you hit it into the water, it doesn't matter, drop another ball and away you go. But if it's a younger kid, they always enjoy playing, hitting over water and stuff like that. So I think if you're not taking your game seriously down there, if you're having a bit of fun, I think it'll be a great green. I mean, it'll be quite flexible in terms of the teeing spaces out there on the short course, because we really don't have any sort of defined teeing spaces. It's almost the whole area is going to be fairway and tee. So whether there is tee markers out there certain days and not others, so if you were out there just playing socially with your friends, you could almost say amongst the group before, whoever wins the hole picks the tee on the next. You can go way left or you can go way right. So we want to have that flexibility in it, but you may, in certain instances where you have an event out there, obviously you want to have the markers and everyone playing from the same area. But having that flexibility of different locations also gives the ability for Adam to spread the wear throughout the course too. So everyone's not going to the same spot, traffic as well as tee markers. It's really exciting to add a Himalayas to the clubhouse as well, and sort of that pavilion area. It just gives you something to do, whether you're playing down there, you want to just sort of practice on your game, or whether you want to have a really good fun putt with 4 mates on the Himalayas after you've played. The option to maybe light it up is exciting, but Himalayas originally comes from the old ladies putting course at St Andrews. I think it'll be really fun. You go out there, set it up at 18 or 36 holes, and you put some drink stands out there, grab yourself a drink and go out there and have a putt. But the other thing I think it does is that starting off in the game as a kid, I think it gives you a great starting point, because you can sort of make some putts, you can have some long putts that sort of really borrow around. I mean, it was originally the way mini golf almost started, was the ladies Himalayas putting course. You know, that's what you see now, and so you see so popular with the children. So bringing that back into the game is important, but also the idea of the short course gives you the ability to start off in the game. When you're a kid, you can go out there and you can make some pars. But you can play with your parents, you can play with your grandparents, and then the other way, it gives you an exit from the game too. As you're getting older and you find the main course too hard or too long, too much time, you can actually go out there and play a few holes out there and still keep that generation with either the children or your mates that you've played with at RQ for your whole life. Basically, you're doing that at the end of your golfing career.